Business Insider just announced a major shift, and if you're an expert trying to grow your authority online, there's a lesson here for you. The company's new CEO says website scale is no longer enough. Business Insider now wants to become essential to specific professional communities, not visible to everyone, essential to the right people. You might be thinking, I should do the same. Well, this episode is going to tell you exactly why you should. I'm Jamie Maglietta, and this is the Producer's Angle, an on-cam-ready presentation where I show you how to turn today's news into credible content that helps build your own authority. Here's the headline. Christian has been named the permanent CEO of Business Insider after serving as interim CEO since June. But the leadership announcement isn't the most unusual part of this story for creators and experts. You probably didn't even click on this link. The real content opportunity is inside the strategy he just outlined for the company. Basler acknowledged that building a business around massive website traffic is no longer a reliable growth model, but Business Insider already has a large audience across several platforms. On one of my Unknown to Known episodes, I actually talked to one of the chief correspondents of Business Insider. Unfortunately, we didn't get to talk about this when we were having our interview. Kind of wish we did, because this is a really big change for media companies. Business Insider already has a large audience across several different platforms, including YouTube, LinkedIn, where it has over 11 million followers, and across newsletters. Axios reports that Business Insider plans to build or expand 4 focused verticals: Markets Insider, AI Insider, Small Business Insider, and CMO Insider, which serves marketing leaders. That gives us today's producer question. If Business Insider believes its next phase of growth depends on becoming essential to defined professional audiences, should you be thinking about your content the same way? I believe the answer is yes. But that does not mean you need to talk about only one tiny subject for the rest of your career. It means the right people should immediately understand who your content is for, what conversation you own, and why they should return to you when that subject is in the news. Let's produce out 3 angles from this story to help you, especially if you are an expert focused on marketing. This story can help give you some content ideas for your social media, YouTube, LinkedIn, whatever platform you choose to focus on. So I'm going to put on my producer's hat and look at this story through the producer's lens and help you shape your content editorially. The first angle is niche. It does not necessarily mean small. A niche, I could even be saying it wrong. Some people say niche. Niche is clearly defined community with a shared need, question, or professional identity. Business Insider isn't abandoning business journalism. It's organizing parts of that broad subject around communities like marketers, investors, AI professionals, and small business owners, potentially like yourself. Experts can do the same. A physician could simply produce general health content, or she could become the physician who explains how major health headlines affect women in midlife. A realtor could talk broadly about homes, or he could become the local authority who explains how economic insurance and development news affects homeowners in one specific market. A leadership consultant could post general motivational advice or analyze workplace news for executives leading teams through change. The expertise may be broad. The editorial promise is specific. So when you're thinking through your own content, you could use this story as a way to broaden out your expertise with a specific editorial promise. If you need help with that, I do offer one-on-one coaching, so reach out. That's what helps an audience recognize when your content is for them. The second angle here is stop treating one platform as the entire strategy. Now, this could be a great hook if you're a marketer and you're trying to talk to your audience and tell them how to market their content a little better. It's also good for the expert, the business owner who's trying to reconfigure their own content online. Business Insider is already reaching people through its website, YouTube, LinkedIn, newsletters, as I showed you. It also wants to build subscriptions and live events around its professional communities. That is not simple content distribution. That is a connected media system. And on my Unknown to Known episode, I call them a media empire. The media empire you probably never even heard of. So you need to look up Business Insider. And you can build a smaller version around your own expertise. Start with one timely news development, like this if you need to. Turn it into a short video that identifies the immediate implication. Use LinkedIn to explain what that story means for your professional community. And create a longer YouTube video or podcast conversation to add context, like I'm doing. Use your newsletter to give people the resources, facts, or next steps they will want to save. Then invite them into your audience, your email list, your event workshop, your community, your consulting offer. Invite them in. The goal isn't to copy and paste the same message everywhere. A producer always asks what role each platform should play in telling the larger story. You need to share your story differently on each platform. All right, the third angle that we can look at from this story, and it's the most important angle, is the difference between being visible and being essential. Visibility means people encounter your content. Authority means they associate you with a subject. You don't necessarily need to be visible for that. Becoming essential means they deliberately return because you consistently help them understand something important. That requires more than posting frequently. You need reoccurring pickup. You need reoccurring editorial lanes. For example, if you're a small business attorney, your lanes might include, breaking legal developments. Lean in online. Contract explainers, common legal mistakes, case studies. Conversations with accountants, HR experts, or business owners. If you are a workplace strategist, your lanes could be maybe, we had the return to office news. That's still a topic. Leadership decisions, workplace data, employee communication, and what executives should do next. Those lanes allow one area of expertise to become an entire media property. Now let's take the Business Insider story and turn it into content. Okay? I've mentioned this earlier, but if you are a marketing strategist, this story is yours this week and next, and you should be leaning in. Why would a major company bet on niche professional communities? Your LinkedIn post could ask the question, are you producing for maximum reach or maximum relevancy? A long-form video could be possibly like how to build that niche media property around your expertise. If you have a conversation, potentially you book a guest and you talk about what happens when personal brands stop going to your website and start using Google AI. See, the social traffic, the web traffic is what they're saying is becoming less dependable. So where are you showing up? And your newsletter could help readers identify the editorial lanes, like I'm doing with you, or give them ideas on how to define their expertise online within the context of this new development. When you produce the idea for the platform, it serves you best. So before you post, use what I call the authority test. Ask yourself, do I have real knowledge or expertise connected to this story? Can I add something more useful than a reaction? Can I support my point with credible facts, examples, or reporting? Reporting is good. And will this help the audience I want to serve make sense of something that matters to them? If the answer is yes, you may have a strong angle. If you're forcing a connection simply because the story is trending, leave it alone. Produce the news, don't chase it. The lesson from Business Insider's announcement is that not everyone must shrink their audience. It's that broad attention alone is not the end goal. Business Insider wants to become essential to specific professional communities, and experts should be asking how they can do the same. Define your audience, choose the conversation you want to own, build repeatable editorial lanes, and use each platform intentional. Intentionality is key because you do not need everyone online to know your name. You just need the right people to know why your perspective matters and to come back when your subject is in the news. I'm Jamie Maglietta, and this has been The Producer's Angle. Use the news, find your angle, produce your authority. I will be showing up as frequently as possible, potentially daily, Monday through Friday, here on YouTube. I may also appear on Substack. Please subscribe to the channel for updates like this. I have worked across television news for over 20 years. My career has spanned across MSNBC, Fox News Channel, CNN, BET, and a few of the networks, including ABC, CBS, and NBC. Oh, I think I mentioned most of them. And that's not to boast, is to let you know that I have authority behind my point of view. I also graduated from Harvard with a marketing degree in business. I have a strategy certificate in management sitting next to me at my desk. And it's a daily reminder that I'm here to help you strategize your online presence, because showing up intentionally is going to help you not only attract clients, but potentially press. All right, I'll see you here next time. Bye.